tool. So you lay that in there, and then you just squeeze it. And it actually flattens out that little plastic pokey part that was coming through, and now it's like you know, like a little rivet basically. What's up, everybody? JJ here at the Wild Plumes Campground. Well, welcome back to Mountain Life Crisis. We are going to show you something else that we're doing here at our bunkhouse Airbnb on this chilly December day. So one of the things that you have to do a lot when you have Airbnbs, until you hire people to do it for you, is to look at this place, by the way. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, still working on the loft, under construction. You know, we use duvet covers and we're constantly changing it. So one thing that we did that was pretty cool idea, so we call this the bunkhouse because we have bunk beds, which I'm currently changing, as well as a loft that will be finished eventually. I used to put the railing up there, but which will be another video, I'm sure. So you're constantly taking duvet covers off and putting them back on and using those little ties in the corners so you can actually like get it to lay out flat and not get all bunched up and everything. And when, for example, like I'm doing 3 of them here today, plus the one in the bedroom, and when we're turning campsites, because when we have these glamping sites here with these big canvas tents that people rent, but they have full bedding and everything in them. So out here, there's a bunch of tents. Well, they're all put away for the season now. Over there's our blue tiny home right there, and then behind me is the Adventures. That's the Frontier. This is the Adventure. We have the Adventure's not hooked up fully yet, but the Frontier is. Although we did have an issue with freezing pipes. If you saw my last video, I didn't get a chance to do the heat tape piping for that particular unit, so we had a freezing issue. But one of the things so you're constantly dealing with these little ties where you tie it in, and if, like I said, if you're doing in here, you might be doing like 4 or 5 of those things. You know, when you take them, you have to untie them to take them off. You got to retie when you put the new cover on, duvet cover on, and then if we have multiple campsites, it's the same thing. So my mom is a master seamstress. She actually used to teach sewing, and of course I learned that. Yes, I do own a sewing machine, and so I remember using sewing in snaps, like little quick release snaps. And so I looked online and I was like, I don't want to have to sew all of those snaps. That'll take forever for, you know, 20 or 30 different duvet covers and duvets. So I was looking online and I found this thing. So I got this on Amazon for about, I think it was like 25 or 28 bucks or something. So if this video is posted to Amazon for his review, cool. But so what I came up with is basically in the corner of the duvet covers, if I can do this one-handed, you can see them pop off very easy. So these are actually plastic, right? And basically there's a machine that you use, that little thing, and then they snap together, and then it holds pretty tight, and we don't have to use those stupid little ties anymore. I got a male and a female, and then 2 of the pokey parts. In this particular duvet, the little tails have already broken off at some point, so so you can't even tie this one anymore. So you stick the awl through it. I'm gonna put it on this corner here. Oops. So what happens is we poke it through so we've made a hole. And I'm going through this corner where it's somewhat reinforced. These aren't the highest, most expensive duvet covers you can find. So hopefully it'll last. And then you put this in. So this is the duvet cover. So the duvet goes inside. So this is the female, if you will. And then we have this little tool. So you lay that in there. And if you look, actually before I do it, you can see that it's kind of poking out through there. But if we put this into it. It kind of like, you want to make sure it's centered, and then you just squeeze it. And it actually flattens out that little plastic pokey part that was coming through, and now it's like you know, like a little rivet basically. Now I don't know how long these are going to last through all the wash cycles and everything else, but so same deal. I've been putting them on the ends of these little figures since they're designed for that. Now when I'm doing this much, I have to really kind of widen the hole to get it through there. But see, there's basically a hole through there, and then you put the little pokey part through. You can see it's actually going through that multiple layers of fabric pretty easily. And I know my sewing mother is going to be leaving comments here on the video or emailing me directly that I'm not sewing these and I'm using these cheap plastic ones. But we'll see how they last and everything. So we got the two together, and then nice satisfying click. And then when it's time to pull them apart, you just pop them apart. There's no need to do the ties. That's pretty good. I think that'll work. So if you guys, I mean, you might even want to do this just at your home if you're changing duvet covers. That whole, like I said, the whole kit was $25-30 on Amazon, and it's called I don't know, snap buttons. I guess, I don't know. I looked up something similar, and I just found it, and it was highly rated, and I'm actually really impressed. But the way it works is you poke a hole through the material to be able to do it, and then you'll notice that all the different colors, if you want to. I don't really care about the color because they're going on the inside, but you take this one that has the little pointer on it, and then you have two different ones. You have a female and a male snap. And what I'm doing is, just to make it easy, is I'm doing all of the duvets themselves as male, and then all of the covers as female for all the corners. That way, if we switch them out, that'll always work. Just because the duvet goes inside of the duvet cover, so I figured that would be the one that goes into the other side. But yeah, so that is one of the projects for today. I'm just going to start with the bunkhouse, and then I'll do more as we use the rest of the linens. But yeah, thanks again for joining us, and I'll see you in the next video. That's Faith driving.